Hi everyone, Dr. Carri, pelvic floor physical therapist at Recharge Therapy, and we're talking about Kegels again today. Apparently we can never talk about them enough. So I'm going to show you an analogy. So where this video is coming from, I've had a lot of patients in my clinic recently who are athletic, who are strong, who can Kegel really strong, but are still having bladder leakage, often with athletics, or sometimes with coughing, sneezing, laughing, sometimes on their way to the toilet. So let's talk a little bit about why being strong at Kegels is not enough. So here's my pelvic model, and here's the bottom, here's the pelvic floor muscles, and if we look from the inside, here's the pelvic floor muscles. So they're a bowl shape, okay? So I'm gonna use this band as an analogy of the pelvic floor muscles. So if we place this band like a sling, which is actually kind of a good example, in the bottom, like over the pelvic floor muscles, you can kind of see it's like a sling shape. So I'm going to take it out of there. So this is what it would look like when it's lying in the bottom of the pelvic floor muscles. It's this shape. Okay, so what a Kegel is we're squeezing and we're lifting. Let me see if I can show that better. We're squeezing and we're lifting. So it inverts. So this is the muscle at rest. It's this sling shape, right? Sling bottom of this. Okay, it looks like this if I'm sitting or I'm standing against gravity. The muscles at rest, when I Kegel, I squeeze and I lift. Oops, lift it off my base. And I lift, it inverts, okay? At rest, Kegel, squeeze, and lift, it inverts. Okay, so keep that analogy in mind. That's a Kegel. We're squeezing and we're lifting. We're inverting what those muscles are doing. I'm gonna show you another example. So back to our pelvis. This is our pelvis. If I can get myself in the camera, this is me and my pelvis, and there's all of me above this. So this is going to represent everything above. So this is why our Kegels don't work in isolation. We can talk about Kegels all day long, but you have a whole human above you. So if I'm holding my breath, if I'm squeezing my ab muscles, all that pressure from above, it's going to overpower the Kegels. So think about that. And that's really what I've been seeing in the clinic. So if I'm athletic, if I'm lifting heavy weights, if I'm running a long distance, if I'm trying to do jumping jacks, if I'm working really hard and I'm squeezing my abs, it doesn't matter. It's too strong. My ab muscles are so much stronger than my pelvic floor muscles. So it doesn't matter how strong this is. I do not have enough hands to demonstrate all this. Doesn't matter how strong this is. Here's my pelvic floor. I can be doing my Kegel. I can be really strong, but if from above, that is stronger from above, holding my breath, squeezing my abs, then it doesn't matter how strong my pelvic floor is. So again, you're going to hear like so many pelvic floor therapists preach this again and again. Our pelvic floor muscles do not work in isolation. Kegels, yes, they're a starting point, but what are our abs doing? What is our breath doing? What are our hips doing? What is our spine doing? Because like I said, I have a lot of athletic patients recently who their pelvic floor is strong. Like, if that's all I looked at, I would be like, I don't know what's wrong with you. But when I look at them, they're either holding their breath, they're really gripping their abs. And what I've been seeing a lot lately too is like when they Kegel, instead of everything moving up and in, their abs are actually pushing down. So that's this abs pushing down on the pelvic floor. And even though the pelvic floor is strong, it cannot overcome this strength from above. So hopefully that makes sense. See a pelvic floor therapist, book a virtual consult, have someone look at you as a person, not just your Kegels and your pelvic floor, because we work all together as one human body.